Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review. I'm here today to talk to you about Titan Season 3, Episode 13, the finale, Purple Rain. Thank you, Lord, have mercy, Jesus, that this season is finally over. I have never watched a season of a show that is so inconsistent with its tone that I have no idea what I fathomed of what I just watched. Like, I am not joking, and nor am I kidding. I wish to God I was, but I was not. And I'm just like, okay, even though I haven't been a fan this season, I'm like, maybe the finale will be pretty good. But this is Titans, and the finales are never good. And so, like, but I'm just like, maybe, like, maybe this whole thing was like they were explaining so much in this big buildup of what Crane's about to do and why he needs Barbara alive and all this other stuff. And maybe, just maybe, you know what I'm saying? And I got the strangest thing, like, ever. But I did get the answer where Bruce is. He finally showed up. But he didn't do nothing. So, like, okay. I still believe this show is kind of like Nancy Drew, where they're just like, you know, one set of writers come in for one episode, some new writers come in, they're like, hey, well, what happened in the last episode? It don't matter, do what you want. Well, okay. And then that's basically what they do. So, like, they had some pretty interesting build up this entire season, and I thought it was going to culminate to like something huge, especially after the reveal of what Superboy did in the last episode. But did they do anything amazing with that? Nope, not at all. Also, something's kind of strange. Towards the very end, they're going to go on a road trip back to San Francisco in the RV. And Starfire hair is the most drastic different one of all. It's back to season 2 when it's like very straight. So I don't get that. Like, she's had curly hair this entire season and thick curly hair, but now it's back to her long straight hair. Not only that, but everybody's weight and hair is slightly off in that last scene. I think this was filmed either much earlier, like probably in the beginning of the season, like when their hair was the way it was last season, or maybe just changed it for some bizarre reason. But everybody is just slightly off in their weight. Starfire, she looked like she lost a lot of, like, not a lot. I feel bad saying she didn't lose like a lot, but it looked like she lost something. She looked slimmer in the very end scene as opposed to the rest of the episode and season. Now, they did something like this similar at the end of the first season, where there were 2 completely different finales, like, film. And there's a bunch of scenes that were never shown. I think they did the same thing here. So let's just get into this episode. So it starts off with Barbara. She's in, like, the Oracle thing, and that lady assistant of hers, the cops are, like, escorting her. And they go into the elevator. I'm like, okay, I know exactly what's gonna happen. The elevator scene. This has been done like a million times. I first saw it in like Justice League Unlimited with Huntress. They did it in Captain America: The Winter Soldier, and now they did it here. So, nothing against this woman, but you expect me to believe that this older lady, and nothing against older people or people with weight, is supposed to take down about 4 or 5 huge men guards with assault rifles by herself, just doing hand-to-hand combat. Do you really expect me to believe that? Like, when Huntress did it in Justice League Unlimited, I believed it because she's trained like that. When Captain America did it, he's Captain America. But I just don't know. I get they want to show women empowerment and show how cool and awesome she is, but this is false women empowerment. Like Xena, I could see something like that happen, but just not this lady, you know what I'm saying? And if they were going to show it, at least show it. Like, don't just close the doors and open the doors and this and that, you know? So then we get the scene with Wonder Girl and Tim and his family, and they're firing back and forth at cops, and the cops are still shooting. And all Wonder Girl literally does is still hold up that, like, car door and use it as like a shield. She doesn't do anything impressive. They always go like lame on her fight scenes except for one episode, and that was it. She's Wonder freaking Girl, for crying out loud. And yeah, I forgot how they got away from the cops. Like, I truly do. Oh, now I remember. Raven and Beast Boy showed up. Beast Boy comes back as a tiger, like always. And he scares the bejesus out of this one cop, but he just passes out. Oh, Lord. This dude is, like, so wasted on the show. Raven has some, like, cool power moments, but her CGI powers this season, ever since second season, have been crappy looking. The first season had the best effects of her powers, but ever since then they've been using this cheap CGI goop, and it just looks weird. There's still no explanation as to like why she acts different, why she talks different, why she dresses different. You just have to like accept it for whatever it is. And so like with the whole Superboy thing, they basically tell him straight up, why did you do that for him? He's like, I don't know. It's like, dude, you had a cool moment to go dark Superman or Superboy, and they just like, he don't know, he just got emotional. I'm just like, that's how they solved that? So he's sorry, and Blackfire's all like, I forgive you, you know, and all this other crap. And then when Starfire lays into him and everything, and then Blackfire gets on to her talking about, well, blah, 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 my ship and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, they just have a big old FU moment to each other. And that scientist dude gets on my nerves. For the love of Jesus, why did they write him in the show? He's there for comedic relief, but he's annoying. But in a way, since Superboy has the photographic memory, he has the blueprints for like her spaceship, so scientist dude is going to, well, after he gets a selfie with all the heroes first, which is just an awkward moment. It would have been fine if the tone of this show was like that, but it's not. The tone of this last episode is all over the place. It's very comedic and very melodramatic. It doesn't make sense to the tone of this season, which went back to its extreme darkness. Then, so like, he's gonna build her a new spaceship out of human material. How does that work? There's a different fuel source for that thing. There's different like alloys for that thing, but yet he's gonna do it. And so whatever. And now they're all cool with the scientist dude after she wanted to like kill him and everything. And they don't explain, this whole like bad boy bad girl thing that him and Superboy and like Blackfire was doing. Oh, that's totally just gone now. That's just completely written out because it's a new writer probably, and he's just like, I'll do what I want. And then so like Crane big plan. Okay, here's my thing with Jonathan Crane. I've called him a mama's boy. He is. I've called him a pothead. He is. I call him a guy with no rhythm who dances around, and he is. But this version of the Scarecrow is nothing like any other Scarecrow. This dude is a combination. I hope y'all can't like hear the construction work in the background. It's pretty loud. But this dude is a combination of Hugo Strange and the Joker. He went all Joker in this finale. With the scars on his face, that's such a Heath Ledger thing. Him dancing around, that is such like a, whatever that Phoenix dude name is, who was in the Joker solo movie. Like, they're taking so many attributes from the Joker and they put it in Jonathan Crane because they are not allowed to use the Joker in this show. Like, he's still tied up in the movies and stuff. Joaquin Phoenix, that's it. And it's just like, his plan is to blow up Gotham. That's a Joker thing from The Dark Knight. And what's even worse about this is that his big plan is just to blow up Gotham. Like the gas, the scarecrow gas that comes from it, it just kills you. It doesn't make you scared or nothing. It just kills you. Like, this is what the whole big build-up was. What was the point in making all this concoction and all this different fear toxin and all this stuff with Jason Todd? And what was all that for? And then so, what makes it worse is that their huge plan is that since we have access to a Lazarus pit. Oh, by the way, the assistant to Barbara, she worked for Argus this entire time, and she knew there was a Lazarus pit and like Gotham and all this other crap, and she just said nothing. And so she's been working undercover this entire time. Don't even know her real name. And so like, their huge plan is to suck up all the goop from the Lazarus pit and make it rain on the city of Gotham, bringing everybody who died from the chemicals back to life. What in the world kind of plan is that? Okay, first of all, in the comics, see, the Lazarus Pit different from the comics. In the comics, when you jump in there and you jump out, you're nuts. You're crazy. Oh wait, you ain't supposed to say the word crazy no more, apparently, on the Batwoman show, because they're making it say that the word crazy is offensive. In my opinion, the word crazy is okay. It's not a racial slur. It's not a homophobic slur. It's not the B word. Like, some words should be okay. You can't eliminate every stinking word. And if you're gonna eliminate everything, make my people stop using the N word, please. That will really help. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather for them to stop saying that than the word crazy. But anyways, when you jump out of that bath, you're crazy in the head. And so it brings the dead back to life. And it makes you young. So they changed the rules for the show. It basically just brings you back to life. And so, if I got to say anything good about this season, at least they all work together. That is the only good thing about this finale. They all work together. And they were in their actual costumes for the most part. Except for Beast Boy and Raven. They're just in regular clothes that are similar to whatever they wear in the comics. So, the way they sucked it all up, it was kind of like Raven does her telekinesis and sucks it up. But, oh, it's too much for me. So Blackfire has to help out. And she shoots it with her fire for some reason unknown. And then Starfire finally uses her new power, which I have no idea what the world they are. It's just this mystic bluish green light. It's not like energy rays or nothing like that. And apparently it can hold things in like a sustainable like force field. Whatever. So they shoot it up in the sky, kind of makes it freezes it, but then they realize, oh wait, we made a thunderstorm, which is what they were supposed to do. They're supposed to make a rainstorm and have it rain, but now they made a lightning storm, and they said, oh no, this lightning is going to burn down Gotham. So Wonder Woman takes out her lasso and she throws it up into the sky, and she absorbs all the lightning. 1, they make her so weak in this show. 2, lightning killed her electricity killed her the first time in season 2. How in the world did lightning not kill her a second time? This is such an inconsistent show because they don't know what they're doing, because this show is broken. Oh, and I will get there in another video about how broken this show is, because I can't take it no more. And they got renewed for a 4th season. And I knew it would, because people are watching the show. Whether they like it or not, they're still watching it. And it's all about those clicks and those likes. See, if Riverdale can survive, and Riverdale is garbage, period. But Riverdale survives because people actually watch it, who like it and who hate it. Those who hate it, they make videos on YouTube complaining about it. But they have to watch the show. So whether they watch it on TV, watch it on the app, or illegally download it, that lets the people at the CW know, hey, somebody's watching it. And we're getting like views and stuff. And that's all that matters. That's why all these crappy shows are like living. That's why Legends of Tomorrow, some bizarre reason, is still on. So they make it rain. But let's get into something else. So Beast Boy, him and Jason, they sneak into like Wayne Manor. And they like had the access code, and the access code for like the main computer is like Selena Kyle. Somehow Tim Drake knew that, because he knew she was Catwoman and knew Batman. All how does this dude know everybody's secret identity? Yeah, I get it, he's observant, and all he does is pay attention to the news and the way people move, but still, he's too smart. So they break in. Jason's helping out. This upsets Beast Boy, but he's like, whatever. Oh, Jason Todd's good again after all that killing and hanging with the bad dude and sniffing like fear drugs and blowing up Hank. He's good now. F you, show. F you, writers. Anyway, so, but he doesn't hang with the Titans because he figures they don't want nothing to do with them. Anyways, the big climactic showdown. Now, the stuff with Nightwing beating up the police guards, that was boss level. I enjoyed that. And that was the only other second good thing in this show. So they're down in the Batcave. Him, Jason. No. Him. But it's Nightwing, it's Beast Boy, and it's Tim. And Nightwing's all like, you do the honors. And he just punches Crane. And that's it. Taken down. No big battle, no nothing. That's how this dude's supposed to be a bit mastermind and thinks 10 steps ahead, but they tricked him by making a duplicate screen of him blowing up everything, and it didn't really blow up nothing. And that's how they took this dude down. This dude has been a mastermind this entire season, and like that, got taken down with one little silly punch. F you, writers. F you. And then, so, like, Bruce comes back all of a sudden, just driving back into Gotham. Doesn't talk about why he tried to commit suicide and all this other stuff. He has a little heart-to-heart with Dick, talking about, you did the things I couldn't do, and Dick's all like, well, I failed, and blah, 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 blah. And no mention of how Wonder Girl found him or none of that stuff. No mention of why he wanted to commit suicide. No mention of like where he's been this whole time. Then he talks to Jason, and him and the talk between Jason was stupid. Bruce is all like, do you forgive me? Why should he have to be forgiven? You know what I'm saying? And then Jason's all like, well, do you forgive me? And everything. And talking about how I failed you, son, and blah, 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 crap like that. And he's all like, this ain't my home no more, and I have to leave, and blah, 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 blah. And he's all like, did you kill the Joker for me, or did you just do it? I killed him for you. Thanks, man. And then he leaves. Bye, son. I'm just like, F you. F you all. This show is so stupid. Oh, and then Wonder Girl, she's getting written off the show because she's going to Paris to hang with Dawn. Dawn does not show up in this episode, but the lady from Argus wants her to work for Argus, so she's going to start working there. What was the point in bringing her back alive if you're just going to write her off the show? So then the Titans, they take a camping trip back to San Francisco, and this is when they all look different. So, this construction work. And so this is when they all start looking different and stuff. And I'm just like, when the rain comes down, Dick tells the computer to call Barbara and says something, but the computer misinterpreted it as him wanting to play a song. So it's playing the song as the rain's coming down, because that's the comedic moment in this show, because the tone is all off. I don't get it. This entire season been extremely dark and gritty, but now all of a sudden this finale, everything's like a Goof Troop type episode. And it would have been fine having that music play and having that cute little moment if the consistent tone would have been light and humorous the entire time, placed in with some edgy darkness. But it's not like that. So the Titans all head back to San Francisco. Blackfire, she stays with the scientist dude in Gotham. Bruce is gonna stay in Gotham. Tim is now going with the Titans to train as Robin. And then the ending got me by surprise. Crane is in Arkham. Dick shows up, and he's like, I got a surprise for you. It's Raven. She shows up, and she lets her magic goopy stuff come out her mouth. Terrible CGI. Terrible. Where's the budget? Because it ain't go nothing else. Where's the budget? It comes out her mouth. It goes in Crane's mouth. He sees not his own fears, but the fears of just Nightwing and her and Jason, I guess everybody else. And he's now driven like insane. And Raven and Dick just walks out like nothing happened. And it's just like, whoa. I can't believe he did that. I thought he was going to have her erase his memories, but nope. So then it makes you wonder, well, are those two going to be dark now? No, because Superboy didn't go dark and we thought he was. And so did Blackfire bring in an alien invasion like it was suggested in season 2 at the end? Nope. So, you know, they're going to hit the reset button again for season 4. Completely different tone. I don't get this show. I don't get it. And I'm trying to, because I want to love this show, but I hate this show. But I keep watching because I'm hoping it's going to get better, but it doesn't get better. And I'm just like, what is going on with these writers? What is going on? Every cop now knows the Bat Family's secret identity. Also, why did Crane say in last episode he needs Barbara still alive? She didn't do nothing for him in this episode. He didn't need nothing for him. He didn't need the giant machine thing that she uses. None of that. What was the point? What was the point in blowing up some parts of Gotham with 10 bombs and having some people die from gas? What was the point? Like, oh, and then not only that, but they just now all just forgive Jason. Like, they don't 100% forgive him, but they're not going after him. They just let him go where he wants to. He killed Hank, blew that dude up, hung out with a super villain, killed a bunch of people, and they're just like, yo, man, you know, you ain't part of the team no more in the family. Like, we still cool though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get that. It's like the whole Negan thing, killing Glenn, and everybody's just like, oh, we love you, Negan, and come live with us and stuff. Like, I don't get that. Oh, also, what was the point in bringing in Jason's little female friend? She didn't do nothing to help bring him back from the dark side. All that with her was for nothing. All this buildup was for nothing. It accumulated to nothing. Nothing. Because the writers don't care, as long as they get paid and they get their views for the next season. This show is a hot mess. I do not understand how they can make a show this inconsistent and bad. It's at the point where I'd rather watch something on the Arrowverse, and I hate the Arrowverse, but at least they can stay consistent and stuff like that. And it's just like, I hope to God season 4 will be good. At some point, this show has to be good. It has to be. It has to be. This show, I swear. Alrighty, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.